One need not travel far in the islands of the Philippines to find lives lived simply and absent modern conveniences. In places like these, on the occasion of a Manny Pacquiao bout, word of the result must travel by mouth. And every time the tale of another victory is told, the legend of the people's champion grows a little bit larger. The latest case at hand was in December, when Pacquiao returned after defeating Oscar de la Hoya, and hundreds of thousands lined the streets for victory processions throughout the country.
They're all proud that there's a Filipino bringing honor in the country.
When I first went there, it was okay. Then after the Morales wins, it was really big. But then after the Oscar win, it was huge. It was way different.
When Pacquiao fought De La Hoya, his wife Jinky was pregnant with their fourth child. On December 30th, 3 weeks after the bout, Jinky gave birth to a girl, Queen Elizabeth Pacquiao. In General Santos City, Queen's christening in February was a major public event, with hundreds in attendance, including 48 godparents, a hand-picked roster of friends in politics, media, and show business. Even the likes of Filipino Vice President Noli de Castro were outshined by the newborn. Following the christening, family and friends returned to the Pacquiao compound for an after-party. After the baby was put to bed, food and drinks were served, while the proud father, ever the competitor, sat down for a friendly game of chess. It was an evening of celebration, shadowed by what lay ahead. Another hungry fighter was coming for him, and an ocean away, the gym was beckoning.
Don't belong here. It's time to leave now, please.
In Hollywood, California, Camp Pacquiao is reconvened at the Wildcard Gym. It's the 18th go-round together for the pound-for-pound champion and trainer Freddie Roach.
3 hugs, let's go.
They're joined by a familiar face, former heavyweight champion Michael Moorer, here to learn from Roach and help teach Pacquiao in the process.
You get your punch off, you get out of there. You'll be safer because he's going to try to wrestle you.
The fight is 21 days away. On the outskirts of Manchester, England, in the back of a converted mill, a boxing gym was recently renamed Gallagher's. A year ago, it was called the Phoenix Camp, the place where a trainer named Billy Graham taught his craft, his star pupil, Ricky Hatton.
I've had some great relationships and close bonds with a lot of my fighters, you know, but probably me and Ricky was the absolute closest. He was only 17 when I met him.
Yeah, he was my friend. I mean, we got on well, and I know when he was in my corner, you know, every punch I threw, he'd be throwing it for me, and every punch I took, he'd be taking it. It was a real, you know, close relationship.
So we'll get through this, yeah? Just got to keep it together, keep smart.
He was a lot more than a friend to me, you know what I mean? I loved him, you know?
5 months after Floyd Mayweather Jr. handed the pair their first ever defeat, Hatton and Graham staged a comeback fight at home in Manchester against Juan Lazcano. The decision was unanimous, but the performance far from dominating. And with his career suddenly in question, Hatton decided it was time for a change. After 13 years of partnership, he fired Billy Graham.
Yeah, we met face to face, and to be honest with you, it's the last time I've seen him.
I just felt he was slowing a little bit, and in him slowing, I was slowing, you know, and I think it showed in performances. And when I eventually turned around and said, Billy, I think it's come to that time where I think we're going to have to part company, he was adamant he could continue with it.
I think about it a lot. It's on my mind an awful lot. I wanted to stick it out to the end. You know, I really want to stick it out to the end. Look, it's been a fairy tale, and the fairy tale has now been ruined, for me, as anyway.
What Billy Graham do is no fair to compare. That right there is garbage, and mine is the best.
He is the replacement. A man as different from Billy Graham as anyone in boxing. A man well assured of a diverse range of abilities.
When you say he, you're talking about Floyd George Mayweather Sr., the former fighter, now poetic writer. You're talking about the greatest of all time, not this time, that time, full time, part time, but of all time. I know for a fact that I'm very talented. It's not just boasting or bragging, it's facts. I'm a technician in what I do. So I'm just saying overall that this was a good thing for Ricky to get with me, because I done brought a lot of changes in him. He's going to be a much better fighter next time around.
Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach have long been an impenetrable pair. But in this camp, Michael Moorer has made it a party of three in the wild card ring. The former heavyweight champ is anything but shy about offering an opinion or two, an attitude Roach, who invited Moore to L.A., needed to get used to.
Before, you know, it used to be just me and Manny, and, you know, bringing Michael in, it was a little bit, I wasn't sure at first, you know, because, you know, I thought we'd have different opinions on boxing and so forth. But I trained Michael, and he's very close to my style of training, and we agree on most things. Not everything, though, but we do agree on most things.
At first it was awkward because Manny's not used to hearing my voice. Now I think he's a lot more getting used to my voice and listening to what I have to say.
When I arrived here, I saw, oh, it's big, huh? But I recognized him already. When I saw him, oh, this is Michael Moorer, yeah.
Learning to listen to two voices is something new for Pacquiao. But Roach is theorizing more assistance means a more prepared fighter.
And the thing about Michael helping out is that when I'm working with the mitts with Manny and I'm in the heat of the action and so forth, I can't really see all the footwork and the position sometimes of where he is and where he ends up after the combination, where Michael's kind of my third eye on the outside.
Catch him with that straight right hand left hook. See if he adjusts or adapts to it.
But why add a third wheel to the most successful duo in the sport? For his part, Pacquiao is a willing student.
Try to be careful coming with the right hook, because your head's coming with it.
While Roach has a gym to run, a champion to train, and the debilitating effects of Parkinson's disease to battle. There's nothing wrong with getting a little help once in a while.
Because I think I was spreading myself a little bit thin before, and now I have Michael as an assistant where I can depend on him to pick up some of the slack.
Before I came, he was here all the time. I'm sure dead tired. And I could take some of that away from him. Where he goes out of town, I'm running the gym. You know, I'm his first assistant.
Every morning, that gym fills with fighters of all shapes, sizes, and abilities. But for the next month, Freddie Roach will reluctantly close it every afternoon for 3 hours. The champion, he's determined, could benefit from some privacy.
My gym is just full of energy, and the only time we close down now is because of Pacquiao, because so many people want to see him, it just gets crazy. I just can't control it, so I had to close down. You know, I thought by having the people inside the gym that it would help motivate Manny to work harder, but it motivated him to perform for them, but not really for me.
The early returns of the closed gym are positive. unless you're one of Pacquiao's sparring partners. A makeshift triage station has been set up in the corner. The champ, however, won't be needing its services.